So we've been doing EcoAdventures for a couple of years now, and it's been wonderful. We've been able to go to a lot of really great remote locations in our viewing area and see a lot of really nice things. But today I thought we'd try something a little different.
Even Tallahassee has its wild places. Being closer to home makes it easier to be here at sunrise when the park opens. Soon, many of these animals will hide for the day.
The city of Tallahassee purchased this property from the landowners to build an urban fishery. It used to be famous for trophy bass.
In the 1800s, the offered arm was separated from the lake to accommodate a railroad track. In the 1940s, the Piney Z plantation built earthen dikes in the lake.
Lake Lafayette is 1,200 acres from Terrace Cross Road all the way to Weems Road. And it was separated in '48 by these dams into 4 sections: Alfred Arm, Lower Lafayette, Piney Z, and Upper Lafayette. The water in Lower Lafayette flows over to the St. Marks River, and whenever it overflows into Upper Lafayette, the water goes into the Florida aquifer.
It's a giant aquifer that's under Tallahassee, goes all the way up to Georgia, and this whole area is a great huge body of water. And it's right underneath us. We've got some of the greatest water in the country.
There's more than just water at Lafayette Heritage Trail Park.
In this park we have mountain bike trails, and we have almost 3 miles of multi-use trail for hikers and dog walkers and more casual nature viewing.
You can do your part to help maintain the trail.
Well, we have some invasive species in the park, and one of the major invasive species is called Ardisia crenata. When you see Ardisia, and you'll know it by its little red berries, you can break that plant off and carry some plastic bags with you. Put it in the bag along with the berries, because they'll just make more plants. And take it back with you and throw it in the garbage.
This is on the island with Todd and Rob.
There is a paddling trail we've got.
Joining me on the paddling trail was a group with whom I've eco-adventured across North Florida.
They're very different rivers too. The Osceola, the Blackwater.
The American oyster catcher. I found 27 of them out here.
You can paddle in the 200-acre Piney Z lake, which is totally clear of vegetation. Great paddling.
Crossing a gate in an earthen dike, we head into the outer part of Piney Z Lake on our way to Lower Lake Lafayette.
Alright, so this is the normal wood duck box that you want to have on your area. Usually you want to face the outcoming hole where the wood duck's going to enter, facing north or south, just so when the actual female is on her brood, she won't be in the direct sunlight. The sun will be on the east and west sides. Also, if you notice on this one, we have a side door, and inside we actually have some eggs that were previously laid this summer. This one, a female, was disturbed on the nest, and she ended up just leaving these where they were at. So these eggs were never hatched out.
We get to where we would need to portage our kayaks over a small dam into Lower Lake Lafayette. This is where most of the trail is, but it's currently closed. Michael gives us a lift in his airboat.
Sometimes I call this the lake with 2 bottoms. One floating on the top, one on the bottom. And whenever a lake is deprived from going through its drought cycles, like these numerous dams on Lake Lafayette, the bottom eventually builds up with dead organic materials, old plants, and then eventually it'll gas up and float. And then the seeds that are in that floating material that makes a mat, and eventually it's the start of a floating island, tussocks. The best thing for a lake is for it to go through its drought cycles, and this lake has not been able to go through its drought cycles. So this is a symptom of stabilized water levels. And the best thing we can do to provide open water for wildlife and people using it is cutting the trails through with a machine or using a herbicide, which is with the brownness that you see here. This is the first step in opening the trail up again.
That part of the trail will be open again by Thanksgiving 2013. If I planned it right and had the energy, There are enough activities here to keep me busy from sunrise to when the park closes at sunset. And it's all right here in the city where I live.
WFSU, I'm Rob Diaz de Villegas.